and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy Fansells Friday, everybody. So the next few Fansells videos I think are sort of going to be grouped into sort of like-minded items. So we've got sort of tools-y type bits today. I'm quite excited about some of these. But I'm going to start with this one. Now this is something new that I've seen appearing on a few different places. But this is the easy way, or an easy way, to frame a diamond painting. So it's like a big pouch that you can then slip your diamond painting into. This would be a good way if you wanted to change things up a little bit. Probably needs a little bit of a flatten just to be prime. But you put in, I think it goes in here. Does it go in here? No, it doesn't. Or does it? This goes, the pole, it does. The pole goes into the top. Just doesn't want to come out the other side. It's knocking on some material. It will move, and there is a gap for it to come through. It's just catching itself on something else. Let's try and see if I can get it in through this side. There we go. And hope it doesn't catch on the other side. There we go. It's gone all the way through now. And then you can use the ribbon and the tassels to put on there so that you can hang it up. But the idea is you can just slip a diamond painting into it. So let's see, have I got a 30 by 40 here? I know I have a few 30 by 40s here. I'm not sure who this one is from. It's from a different company, but it is the same size as the Fansells ones. Now this one is currently a bit bigger than 30 by 40, but if this was chopped down to its original size, i.e. once you've done the diamond painting, you cut off the outside, then this is the perfect size to slip into that. The only ones I have at the moment are stuck down in my folder, but as soon as I dekit or am finished with a 30 by 40 painting that's actually a little bit smaller, I'll show you what it looks like in one of these. Let's get my tape measure so we can see the size that we have inside this. So it is about 26.5 by about 36, and the painting is 34 by 24. So if you think once you've cut down that painting at 24, it will quite easily fit in that frame, but it will also cope with ones that are a little bit bigger, depending on how much of a border they give. And then you can pop on some tassels on the ends or on the bottom. So there are holes on the bottom for you to pop these tassels through so that you can have those. It's not going to do it because the camera's up there, but you can have some tassels hanging down and then use some ribbon so that you can hang it up, but you can switch and change your diamond painting all the time. There is a couple of different sizes of these. This one that I picked up is the 30 by 40 one. Oh, excuse me. But bear in mind, it fits the 30 by 40 paintings from the likes of Fansells, which are 30 by 40, including the border. So when you cut that off, cut the border off, the paintings will fit fine in here. But if you do end up with a painting that's a true 30 by 40, it won't fit in here. So you need to bear that in mind as the two different types. But the ones from Fansells, 30 by 40, should fit in here, which is right because they're the ones selling it. So that was number one. I'm excited to try that one. Number two, I have seen these around before for a while, but this is the first time that I've seen Fansells do them. Now, quite often, I can't get in the box for some reason. Quite often these can be named as sort of makeup brush holders. It is actually really quite heavy. It has a sort of rubber insert in a really nice solid plastic white bottom, very sturdy. But what this is perfect for diamond painting wise, if I can get hold of them, is to pop your pens in. So either that way or the other way. Though if you do it the other way, I suggest you take out any really big straighteners like I've got here, but they will sit in there the other way as well. But basically you can just line it up and the little flowers will move. So I'm not sure if the black one's the easiest one to see it on, but the little flowers have moved there and the petals have squashed themselves together to allow room for the pen to sit in, and you can have a holder that'll look like that on your desk to have all your pens lined up and ready. Now they're two quite thick pens. I also have a pen that's got a very thin end. That will fit in, or I can fit it in further down the edge where there's a little bit of a smaller gap. Or of course I could put it in nearer this one where it's made the gap smaller, or it will still fit into the bigger size gap, but it's a little bit looser. So I think I'd probably pop it there as one in between, and it will also hold, if you wanted it to, a pink pen. And I'm just trying to get one out of the bag, so just your standard pink pen. That would fit in one of the smaller ones. Again, it would fit in a bigger one, but it probably would wobble about a little bit more, but it would hold it, and it would hold it upright on your desk so that you can grab your diamond painting pens without ruining your tips and just grab them to get going. So I thought, the amount of pens I have, it might be nice to have a load of them displayed in this, as sort of my little go-to, my little what colour pen should I pick area. And then last but by no means least is this. Now we all know that I love storage. And this is storage on the extreme. Now you can get these in sets of 1, 2, 3 or 4. I've got the 4 set so that I can show you sort of how they work together. I do have 2 funnels that came with this. So let me open one and show you what these are like quickly. So these are the little pop-out funnels, so you just push them down and you can hold them, sit them in your pot to tip your diamonds in, and then they fold back up again so that they tuck out the way. So you get 2 of those in this 4 set. It's upside down. So this is one of them. So it is a container very similar to what you'd probably think for building, you know, in a garage, but we can use those things for diamond painting. It does have hooks here, so if you do want to be able to put a screw in the wall and hook them on that way, you can. Always room for more. And it has a slide out drawer, and look at that. Oh, it is full of the little round pots that I love to use for diamond painting. It does have some stickers sat in the bottom of it, but what I like about these is that you can group them together. So can you see these grooves on the top here? There is opposite grooves on the bottom, so these ones are protruding. So you can slide, let's try sliding from far enough away. You can slide them on, which means you have 2 together now. so I have a stack of 2. I can then in turn take another one off and decide, if I do it the right way up, to stack a 3rd one on. Just need to make sure I get it from the end. So that's 3 stacked up, trying to lift them up so that you can see them. I could in turn, of course, add a 4th, but you can also add them on the side. So that one has now, woohoo, they're sliding. They're not meant to be tipped up right. So I've now got one to the side. So depending on how your work area is, depends on how you could store these. So you could have them all lay flat, but connected. It keeps things neater if it's connected, doesn't it? So when you put it onto the side, you need to put it on from the front, because it hits a little ridge at the front of this. So you need to have the one you're putting on, you start from the back. And I'm fighting with it because I'm on camera. Depends which side you put it on. So if you put it on the left hand side, then you need to start from the back. If you put it on the right hand side, you need to start from the front, because this is the sticky out bit. So let's try that one from the front. I think I had a very weird angle with it. Yeah, I did. So they are now all connected together. I'm trying to pull them apart and they're not pulling apart. So I've got all 4 connected. If you wanted them in a row, maybe you like to do your work, have these popped out so you can see what's going on. Have your pens sat on the top. Create yourself a little workstation. You can stack them as high as you need to or as wide as you need to, and have options no matter how many diamonds that you're using for your project. In addition, this is sunken a little bit from the top, and it is a clear acrylic, so you could always use this to put a label to maybe let you know what numbers of DMC or what numbers of the chart are in this container if you're working on a big project. Okay, so we've got 22 bottles per tray, which is a decent amount. So there's 22 bottles per tray. If I had this actually leaning against a wall, then I could have it set up so that had numbers 1 to 22 on one, 23 to 44 on my next, and so on, and actually have it kitted up for a really big painting. Or I could just use one because I'm working on a small one, and I could decide to have it separated, or I could just label up this container with the painting that I'm working on. And if you like to have multiples on the go, you could label up multiple containers so that you have diamonds ready to go, and you can stack them as high as you need to, of course, depending on how many you purchase. But I'm very excited about these. I'm excited to set up another project with them, and I keep trying to think what I could set up with them, because I think these are, you know, really nice and fun. And even if I decided to set up a few little projects and actually kept them in my craft room, because I scrapbook on the not scrapbook, sorry, I diamond paint on the couch. It's one of those days, it's Friday. I could decide to kit up 4 different paintings that don't need, you know, more than 22 colours each, and I could just come into my craft room and go, oh yeah, I'm going to do that painting today. I'll take my diamonds, I'll go and sit on my couch, I'll do all my diamond painting, and when I'm done, I pop my diamonds back in there for safekeeping, and the next day I might decide to do a different one. It can depend on my mood. But anyway, I wanted to show you those. So I will put links to these, which gives you multiple different options for buying them. Of course, the pen holder, if you want to showcase your pen choices so you can choose, and in turn a new way that you can use to frame your diamond art by just slipping in a canvas, and you can change it as your mood takes you, or maybe change it up each time you finish another one if you love doing the 30 by 40s that are a little bit smaller. Anyway, thank you so much to Fansells for sponsoring this video and for sending me these exciting items. Stay tuned, I have a few more Fansells unboxings to share with you all. We might be getting a little bit merry for the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll speak to you all again soon.